Okay, welcome everyone to our Sunday morning meditation. Really happy you're here. I see a number of people here coming in from all over the West Coast, the East Coast of the United States, all the way from Israel. Rivka's here, um, and other areas around California and Canada. And as we go, other people pop in from a variety of areas around the world. And so I just say let's begin together for a moment, just taking a breath in and recognizing the global community that's here, how we're kind of all in this together. And I'm really, really happy that you're here, taking this time out of all your daily, what your mind says you would, could, should be doing, all the busyness of life, just to engage in something around connection, community, for yourself, for your own health and well-being, and this is a really special offering, and I'm really happy that you're able to make it here. I want to remind you, of course, many of you are here that know this, that we do this every Sunday, and this is just an offering. And for those of you who take part in it, I'm heartened to be connected to you. And for those of you who in the Mindful Living Collective, I love being in there with you on a regular basis. For those of you who don't know about the Mindful Living Collective here, which I'm sure many of you do, that's the place. That's it's kind of what we're building as the world's leading network for mindful living and learning. And it's a beautiful space of people, a curated group of people who just want to engage in mindful learning and support other people's in engaging it, with everywhere from live groups to, where people connect in live to just a growing library of learning that happens in there. So, if you're interested in knowing more about that, we can let you know more about that. But let's see who else is here. Jules here. Jules here. Welcome. And so today, uh, I wanted to kind of guide us through something that to me has been a really important practice, and I think is at the, literally the heart of healing ourselves and healing the world, and at this particular time as well. It seems like we need this more than ever. And there's a cohort right now that's going through the 6-month online coaching program, A Course in Mindful Living, and they're in the 5th month right now. And the 5th month is all about heart, really. It's all about relationships, communication. It's all about learning how to feel a sense of connection through kindness, through kind attention. And so we're going to be doing a practice really around that. And I will say, oh, Jewel can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, please check your audio. Make sure your volume's not muted or something. But I will say this. I was reading before we jump into the meditation, let me just share this with you. I was reading a story to my kids this morning, and it's something that from my oldest child all the way down to my youngest, we've read this book, and some of you might be familiar with it. It's called Somebody Loves You, Mr. Hatch. So what this book is about is a man who's used to living in his routine in life. He wakes up, eats the same thing every morning, takes the same route to work every morning, and he does the same job every morning and eats the same lunch every morning. And after work, he goes to the same places every morning to get his chicken leg and whatever to eat for dinner on the way home, and goes to sleep the same way. Everything's routine. And Abraham Joshua Heschel, which some of you are familiar with, leading peace activist, rabbi, spiritual teacher, basically said, life is routine, and routine is resistance to wonder. And so Mr. Hatch was like, leading this wonderless life until one day he gets a knock on his door, and it's the person from the post office, and they have this great big heart, a box with, and inside the box is this big heart, and in the heart is a bunch of candy, of course. And as he opens it, he couldn't believe that someone would send him something like this, and a little white note falls and out of it, and in the white note it says, "Somebody loves you." And and so he just couldn't believe this. Somebody loves me. Oh my God, somebody loves me. So this energy of love like completely like kind of transformed him in the moment. And all of a sudden, he's feeling like giddy. He brings the chocolates to his work. He decides that he's going to have a different type of breakfast that morning, and he's going to have a different kind of thing that he buys after after work. As far for dinner is concerned, he chooses to get the newspaper, which he didn't do before, and he goes through this process of helping people. People are in need, and so he chooses to help them. And for one man, he chooses to watch his store while the man has to go to a doctor's appointment. The other one, he chooses to help another man out about looking for his daughter, who he seems is lost. So he starts helping people all over the place. He puts on parties in his backyard with brownies and lemonade, and all of a sudden, like, he's just making everyone else come alive because he felt loved. Then one day, the post office man comes and knocks on his door again and says, "Do you have that box that I gave you a while ago?" And he's like, "Yeah, I still have." He says, "You still have everything that was in it?" He goes, "Yeah, I have the box, but we don't have the candy anymore. That's gone." He starts to feel a little uneasy, and he goes, "Yeah, well, that box was meant for somebody else. It wasn't meant for you." And so, um, and so he's completely deflated, and he goes, "Oh, no one's loved me after all." And then all of a sudden, like, everything turns gray again for him. Just goes back to his old routine, and like everyone's noticing now, like, "Hey, what's going on with Mr. Hatch? We love Mr. Hatch. He did this for me, and he was like this, and he inspired me in this way." And the post office man says, "I think I know what happened, and I got an idea." So they line up outside of his door on a Saturday morning, and they have a big crowd there with a big sign that says, "Everyone loves you, Mr. Hatch." And he walks outside of his door, and he can't believe this whole celebration. He has this tear in his eye that's there, and he goes, "I do believe somebody loves me after all." So so there it is. There's a real power to love, that's there, loving ourselves and loving other people. And I'll say this: love is a strength that we can all build. It's something we're born with, of course. It's something we're born with as a natural strength within us, and yet it's also a skill that we can build. We can strengthen it within ourselves. The science shows that when we kind of focus on loving ourselves and loving other people, when we focus on that, just the focusing on that, that's it, the visualization of it, not even physically doing it in our lives, but the visualization of it, it has a neurophysiological impact on this vagus nerve, the 10th cranial nerve that connects our brain to our heart. It actually raises the tone of it, and then spirals more positive emotions and things like that. And so it's something we can build and strengthen. So today, hopefully you like that Mr. Hatch story, because it's really meaningful. And today, um, we want to practice it. We want to strengthen it. And because why not? Because it benefits everybody, not just us. Just like Mr. Hatch, when he felt loved, it benefited everybody around him. And so when we talk about like healing the world, healing the people around us, healing, it's almost like we just need to generate the love within ourselves, and the ripple effects will occur. Um, okay, a couple people from the UK here, welcome. And so let's settle in. Let's settle in now. And this will be like we'll do like a 20-minute morning practice together. And you're welcome to do this closing your eyes, or you can keep them open if you'd rather keep them open. That's perfectly fine. An okay thing to do. It's completely up to you. And so here we go. So just getting in a comfortable position. Again, seated, lying down, standing. It almost doesn't really matter. I'm gonna lower this a little bit. You'll hear a little sound from it. It's because I think I can make that a little bit more like that. That's good. So as we're doing this, I'm preparing you for this. This is a version of the loving kindness meditation. For those of you who are familiar with that, typically in loving kindness meditation, we use phrases that are like friendly wishes or intentions towards ourselves and towards other people. And in this case, I'm going to give you the freedom to also just use your breath. And I'll give you that guidance as we go. So just first checking with your body. That's a wonderful thing to do in the beginning of any practice, is to first check in. You have the complete luxury and freedom of this pause to just notice, how's my body feeling right now as I'm beginning. If there's any tension or holding, including your face, that's also a part of your body. Just allow that to soften, or do a gentle stretch, whatever you're needing. Also get a sense of where you're starting this moment from emotionally. Just an opportunity to notice, am I feeling comfortable, uncomfortable? Are there any underlying emotions here that might be worth noting during this time of the day? Maybe being aware of how I feel them physically. This way we're kind of practicing a little emotional intelligence. Does my mind seem like it's distracted, or is there a quality of my attention right now that's focused? Either way is okay. We're just taking note of it. Where am I starting this moment from? And becoming aware of your body, also just naturally breathing. Let's settle into this for a minute or so. So your body relaxed and your body naturally breathing. And with every inhalation, just noticing the nourishment of that breath, bringing oxygen into your body. It's like the essential nutrients for the cells of your body. Also taking a moment as your body's naturally breathing just actively reflect for a moment on maybe a memory in your life that was something you could be really appreciative of having happened. This could have been a memory that's a recent memory of something that happened. It could have been something in the past, maybe a proposal or a birth, or maybe it was a moment of really accomplishing something or achieving something. Just taking a moment to shift your focus for a moment in this practice. Something, a memory, and visualizing it in your mind. Something you're really appreciative of having happened. Something small to something large, either way it's okay. Just visualizing it in your mind and remembering where you were, who was there, what was happening. What was it about this moment that was so good? And see if you can feel it in your body as you're visualizing it, feeling the feeling of it in your body, the warming that's there. Taking a moment just to feel so grateful for this memory, for this occurrence. So sensing into this feeling, and it's also just noticing how your body's naturally breathing, allowing yourself to be present to it all. This body's natural rhythm of breathing, this feeling that's come from this memory, settling into this appreciative awareness. Now thinking about someone in your life. This might be someone from that memory, or it could be an animal, or someone that's easier to love. It could be a family member, someone that you are friends with, or maybe it's a teacher of some kind. Could even be someone you've never met before, someone who's alive. What is it about this person or this animal that makes you smile, that warms your heart? Taking a moment to focus on that. And generating some kind intentions towards them, some friendly wishes. Or maybe it's just a feeling that you're wanting to give them. Some common wishes are, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you feel safe and protected, may you be at ease. But again, it may just be in the holding this person in your mind and your heart and breathing in, just sensing that you're breathing in, breathing out, you're just breathing out these warm wishes in a nonverbal way, directed towards this person or animal you're holding, that's in your mind and heart. Generating that sense of just loving kindness in relationship with this this person or animal. Taking a moment to consider yourself. Seeing if you can turn that same kind intention, that loving intention towards yourself. What we're doing here is we're focusing on this sense of friendliness, of loving, of caring, of kindness. And wherever we place our focus, we tend to generate energy that's there. And when we practice and repeat the generation of a particular energy, we tend to get more of that. And so bringing your attention to yourself for a moment, with that same sense of caring, with that same intention, that same desire for caring and kindness towards that other person that was easier to care about. Now pointing it towards yourself, and you may choose to put your hands on your heart. That helps you feel more connected to this. You can explore and play with that. And turning it towards yourself and say, may I. You can use phrases like, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I feel safe and protected, may I be at ease, or whatever it is that you're needing. Or you might just breathe in, sensing this sense of loving kindness, of caring, of warmth coming into yourself. And breathing out, just letting that be. As if with every breath you're giving yourself, you're bringing in this sense of loving kindness, the energy of it, the awareness of the energy of it. And breathing out, letting be. Or you can use the phrases. Settling into this natural rhythm of breathing and settling into this field of love and kindness for you. Just taking a moment to notice how you're feeling physically right now as you're doing this. This is an opportunity to just bring some mindful reflection into the practice as it's happening. Physically, how your body's feeling, what's here emotionally right now in this moment. And also the quality of your focus. No doubt in any activity that we're doing, our focus wanes, our attention, or even with the best intentions. And so we take note of that and we gently guide it back. Or if it's right there, taking a moment to note that. Just being aware that I'm here. So bringing attention right now to somebody who is maybe more of a neutral person in your life. Maybe it's someone that you know but don't know too well. Maybe someone that you see a lot but you don't have a lot of interaction with. There's this neutral person. This could be a coworker, or it could be a person you see around your city quite a bit, or could be someone that is a service oriented towards you. Someone from the post office, or someone that you see at your grocery store or gas station. Just holding this person in mind. And if a bunch of people come, just choosing one, it's okay. There's going to be a lot of opportunity to continue this type of practice throughout the lifetime. And so we're just choosing one for now. If your mind can't let go of all the different people, then you can hold them all. That's okay too. And generating that same sense of heart filled intention towards this person as you did towards the person you that was easier to care about, and towards yourself. You could be with these phrases: may you be happy, may you be healthy in your body and mind, may you feel safe and protected, may you live with ease, a sense of inner peace. Or it could just be, again, holding them within the sphere of your mind and body. And just with every exhalation, it's as if you're sending that same heart-filled intention, this non-verbal. It's just this knowing with the exhalation towards this person. And just taking a moment to expand that out from yourself and the person that's easy to care about to this neutral person. Expand that out to everyone here right now who's practicing. Just even having it in your awareness that you haven't been doing this alone. Everyone here breathing together. Everyone here with this intention of warming our attention, warming our hearts. Really connecting that part of our mind that's really heart-centered, leading from our hearts. And breathing in, one for me, and breathing out, one for all of you. And as you're breathing in the one for me, sensing that all these other people here that are doing this are sending this to you too. So you're also breathing in all of their loving kindness, all of their friendly, warm intentions to you, coming into you, breathing out one for everyone else. Sensing into the power of community here. Expanding out even from here to other people in your life, other people in your city, other people in your country, even the difficult people that are there, the neutral people, the friendly people, the people you feel closest to, all together in their common humanity of everyone wanting to feel cared about and understood, everyone wanting to feel a sense of belonging, everyone wanting to feel safe and protected, everyone wanting to be happy, everyone wanting to feel connected, feel a sense of purpose and meaning, even expanding your awareness around the globe. There's no doubt there's a reality to our common humanity. There's a reality to the fact that we're stronger together. So holding everyone within this larger sphere of this kind, warm attention you've been generating throughout this practice, may we all feel safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we all be healthy in body and mind. May we all learn to be happy, to focus in our attention in that direction, whether that's towards learning how to relate to our difficult moments with greater self-compassion, or whether that's learning how to focus on what's good in our lives too. Holding it all. May we all learn to live with greater ease, a greater sense of inner peace, a greater sense of loving towards all people and all creatures. Because it's just better. It brings us into a better place. It brings this world into a better place. There's no doubting that. And we all learn this and learn to live this way more regularly as a practice. And so take that moment of mindful reflection again, noticing how you're feeling physically, emotionally right now, the quality of your focus. And as we begin to bring this practice to a close, seeing if you can maintain this sense of loving awareness if that's there for you, but also before ending, just seeing if you can gently thank in your own mind everyone here who's been practicing with you. Everyone here who's been sending you these friendly wishes throughout this practice too. In your mind, you're doing a gentle bow or thank you, whatever way that feels right for you. And including yourself in the end, thanking yourself for taking this time out of your life for your own health and well-being, and the health and well-being of the people that you come in contact with. And bringing awareness to your face, your eyelids, gently letting the light seep through, opening your eyes if they're closed. Okay, well, thank you everyone again for joining our Sunday morning meditation. Again, these are here every Sunday, different teachers doing different types of practices. And so you come here and you kind of get to in some ways be spontaneous with what the practice is. And but it's all mindfulness oriented, I would say, for sure. And um, and again, just a couple things. One is that some of you here in the United States as well, I will be at Kripalu November 15th through the 17th. And we'll be doing a really awesome weekend retreat. I would love to be with you in person. It's just there's really nothing more powerful than being together in person. Um, so I'd love to see you there. and you can Google that and check it out. Kripalu Elisha Goldstein. You'll find it. Also, if you want to be part of a more ongoing membership community of people with ongoing learning and ongoing connection and live groups happening all throughout the week, we'd love for you to check out the Mindful Living Collective if you're not already in there. Really, really wonderful personal and professional live groups in there, and personal and professional learning that happens in there too. Okay, so thank you again. Please kind of come back next week. We'd love to be with you. And if you ever have any questions or anything like that, you can always connect with us there. And you can kind of put something in this chat if you have any questions, because we kind of come back and check with this too. Okay. All right. I look forward to being with you. I'll pop that Kripalu link in here just so you don't have to really search for it. That just kind of came spontaneously. Otherwise, I would have been more prepared and just had that ready to pop in there. But here it is, just in case you were wondering about it. Okay, there you go. Okay, we'll be with you next time. Bye for now.